There we go. All right. So we've got the heels, just have them straight in front. And you're going to come to the front of the bum bones, as I was saying, that you get that pull back right through the cheeks. And then lift from the rib cage. And now just take the hands behind, interlace, take an in-breath, lift the chest and lift the eyes looking up. And then exhale and tuck the chin as you reach the wrists out and back. So you get that nice rise as you pull the shoulder blades together. And you pull the toes back and just feel the toe base coming straight across. So you pull the baby toe side back as well. And you take in one more breath. And then you can take your hands down. Now you're going to lean back and just let the elbows bend slightly so they're not completely locked. Pull back from the toes and take an in-breath and gaze up. And then you can exhale and just tuck the chin. Now the same mechanism of tucking the chin to stretch right through the back of the neck. And that means that you're lengthening the vertebrae in that cervical spine, and you're also getting a bit of a tightness in the throat. So you really tuck the chin in. Now the neat thing is that hands are pressing down and the shoulders are coming forward. So they're not pressing back, you're actually pressing them forward, and that will help to get more length in the back of the neck with the shoulders forward. And you breathe in and out from the nose as you keep the heels reaching forward. And then you can gently release. Okay, now take your knees to the outside edges of the mat and take your arms right over the shins. So you're going to come into a forward fold, grabbing onto the feet, and the arms are pressing right into the shins. And this is kind of like doing a happy baby, but in seated position. And you use the pressure of the backs of the arms to extend you forward, and then you can let your head drop. And you go right into your breath. And as you let your head drop, there will be a lovely rounding in your spine. The low back will round, and you'll get a really good drop of the head to give some traction right through the back of the neck. And then you can slowly uncurl. Now we're going to do that exact same position on your back. So come on down with your tailbone right in the middle of your mat, and then hold on to the feet. And of course you can have the knees way bent, and then you're going to bend the knees to the outside. Now just keep that going. I'm going to just adjust the lighting because of the change in my formation here. Get this turned down. Okay, that might work. It's always a little bit tricky with all this bright light. Now just let the knees bend to the outside and do a gentle rock side to side. The elbows are bending. Now you're reaching the heels towards the ceiling while you pull the toes back. And breathing in and out through the nose. And then you can come on right back to your center. Now, just hold on behind the knees, let the heels drop. Pull the knees in wide, bending the elbows. Now go into your breath and gently rock once again, side to side. Just letting go. And then you can let your left leg straighten. Now hug the right knee into the outside towards that right armpit. The elbows are bending. And you want to have a really good pull in, super tight to the outside. And then let the knee rock from side to side. The elbows are bent. On your exhale, you can really pull the abdominal wall back. That will just help to get a little bit more stretch right in through that left thigh. And then you can hug the right knee in a little bit to the outside once again. Take in a nice deep breath. And then you can exhale and completely let go. Let your body just feel the effects on that side. And also, of course, today, really tune into your body. Just notice if, if you don't have any cool air, then just use the heat of the practice to go deeper. That's the advantage of days like today. You can sometimes go quite a bit deeper into the hip joint and the low back. So just make sure you're working at a level that's, agreeing with your feeling of heat if you're getting a little overheated. And then as you're lying there, just let your head gently rock side to side. And then relaxing the head. Now you can bend your left knee up and in and just pull to the outside, pulling towards that left shoulder, nice and snug. Bending the elbows to keep the shoulders back. And keep on breathing in and out through the nose as you now let the knee rock from side to side. Keep staying with your breathing. Again, just letting the shoulders come back by bending the elbows. And then just release that left leg down. Now stretch both arms up overhead and reach through the fingertips. Pull back from the toes, stretch the fingers, and then take the right hand under, and you're going to stretch the arms over. So that's just like the hand comes behind, and then you reach the arms over. And now do a side bend over to your left side and press both shoulders back as you breathe in and out through the nose. So you've got a really nice squaring, and I'm just going to show you the aerial version. So you're going to be, your legs are out, and you've got the arm behind, and you're coming over. So you might need to lift the body off the floor in order to come out, and then make sure the shoulder blades are resting back completely. So you get that nice opening through the right side. Take in a few deep breaths. And if it's a little crunchy through the shoulders, if that area is getting tight, then take the arms apart and just be bent over to that left side. And you can turn both palms up. That will open the front shoulder chest area. And a couple more breaths. And I'm sure you are enjoying this beautiful day. The waft of the lilacs is just pouring in. Oh my goodness, they're right at their peak. And then taking in one more big breath on that side, expand and open the right rib cage. And then you can bring the arms back down, come back to the middle with your head, upper body, and let yourself go again. Completely soften into the floor. Letting your shoulders rest back. Letting the space in between your shoulders go. And take a minute to breathe and to feel your front body rest back. Notice if you need to change anything in your body, to wriggle the shoulder blades under, or just even to let the head roll side to side to release the neck. Great. Now we'll take an in-breath again and take the arms overhead. Take the left hand behind. Lift the upper body, bend over to the right side, and press the arms out and back as you bend to that right side. Let your left shoulder blade come back, so you're opening and breathing open into the ribs on that left side. Nice deep breaths. lengthening out of that side. And it feels like you're pasting your body back. Your left shoulder will be up and your left elbow, but see if you can let your left side of your buttock be down to anchor your low back on that left side. Couple more deep breaths. Wonderful. And then on your next in-breath, draw back to the middle and release the arms down to the side. Now bend your knees, and we're going to take the legs just over your bolster. So please just come right with your legs over the bolster. So you have the bolster just under the knees as you let your whole body go. And as you do, just notice that the shoulders come under, so your neck is long. And then we'll take a stretch for the neck by taking the left hand behind the right hand behind your left ear. And you're gonna breathe in and look down to your right. Get a wonderful drop back of that left shoulder. And as you look down, really tuck the chin. And as you come diagonally over with the nose, keep that left shoulder dropping back. Now you have the option to either look down towards the right armpit, or you can turn the chin in and look down towards the belly button, and you can turn a little bit back and forth to keep stretching right through the side of the neck. These are the scalenes, and these muscles are strongly connected to the top shoulder. So when you stretch, you want to really pull the chin in to get that length at the bottom of the neck. And you stay with a constant in and out breath. And then come on back to the middle and let the head rest back and rest the arms to the side again. And I do hope that gave a good stretch on that left side. And just take a moment to let the weight of the head go and breathe. Lovely. Now we'll come right into the other side. Take your left hand behind the right ear. And then lifting the chin, look down towards the left armpit. Keep that right shoulder dropped back. Keep the chin really tucked. And then if it applies, you might turn a little bit. So I'm pulling now down towards the ear, down towards the armpit. You'll look up a bit and you'll get a further stretch right through the scalings, right in the side of the neck. So I'm just going to show you the way that the head is coming down. You're really getting this shoulder back, that right shoulder, so that you can come right into the back of the neck on that side. That will help to get, again, a lot of traction right through the top of the neck. And again, either turning and looking up with the chin tucked in, or looking down to the left armpit. And it's nice to change position. Taking 3 more breaths, getting some nice openings here. Good, staying with the movement of the head if that's helpful. And one last deep breath. And then you can draw to your center. Let your head come back again and draw the shoulder blades under. Let the arms rest to the side. And then let your head roll from side to side. The chest is open. And then relax the head again. Good. So for the next position, we're going to take the feet to the top of the bolster and then cross your right knee on top of your left knee. Lift the legs and pull the legs in. You can either grab behind the knees or in front of the knee, whichever is best. Now the compression of your thigh coming into the belly will help to straighten through the low back and the hip. So do let the elbows bend to pull the legs in as much as you can. And then if you're tired, you can take your hand behind your left behind knee and pull the legs in to get yourself further into the low back. So the tailbone will come up off the floor in this position. You really got a good lift as you come up. Great. Dry your toes if the leg is up, and then if you can grab lower down. Otherwise, you can stay with your hands under the knee because that might be a little bit easier. And again, you might have your foot down because that might be a little easier too. So just notice which is the best way you can get deeper in your hip. Now we'll take our time to really allow the low back and the hip to open. And you can pull back from the toes as you reach that heel up, and you let your shoulders drop back. So again, you're really open in through the neck. And if you do find that your shoulders are coming forward like this, like they're coming up, then just grab down lower so you can let your shoulders come down and then your neck is free. And keep pulling that left leg in. And then come on into a little rock in this position. It's coming from side to side. Keep on letting your low back feel contact with the floor. So you can just hold on a little lower behind the knees so you're still coming over the legs, and come on into toe circles. Come right around and really point at the top there and really pull back. And then the other direction. Great. And then you can let that left heel drop. Bring the foot all the way back down to the bolster. Rest for a moment. Let the arms come out to the side and let your tailbone be heavy. And then gently uncross that right leg and have both knees bent and your feet right on the bolster. And just let yourself go. Good. And then you can straighten the legs over the bolster for a moment and just tune into the effects of that pose. Let yourself go again. Just bask in the silence, or if you have lovely music on, let yourself completely go into the floor. Notice that the belly rises when you inhale and sinks when you exhale. Completely let go. And taking in one more full breath here. And then on your next inhale, bend both knees and just bring the feet just right to the top of the bolster. You can cross your left knee over your right and then draw the legs in, either grabbing at the front of the knees or grab behind, whichever is the easiest. Pull the knees in. Now you can take the right leg straight up in the air and then grabbing over that left knee or behind. So you might duck under, draw that leg in. So of course, with the advent of spring, you will be hearing lots of trains at rush hour, which starts, about a little while. So there might be a lot of trains just for the next little while. Of course, there's a lot less right now, so it's quite nice. Now you can just draw that leg in a little more. And if you like, grab lower so you can come down towards the ankle, calf, or foot as you pull the leg in and reach the heel out. And do let the shoulders rest back. Stay with your breathing. Pulling the leg over towards you. Breath. Reaching and reaching with that heel. Couple more breaths, and if you need to, change the position so the hand comes behind that right knee as you draw the leg over. And one more deep breath. Good. Now I welcome you to stay here and keep going if it feels really great through the low back. Otherwise, let the tailbone down and then come right into your ankle circles. Come right around. And the other direction. Great. And then you can bend that right knee down. Just settle for a moment. So this is my first time having the train sound. So we'll see, you can let me know if it's a little bit loud. So now just let your whole body sink and uncross that left leg. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees splay out, coming into a gentle stretch for the inner thighs. Let the arms come out to the side like a T and turn the palms up to the ceiling. Let your body go. Now, as you breathe, just let the whole body sink back. Let your shoulders go. And relax the jaw. So there's a small space just between upper and lower teeth, about the size of a grain of rice. And as you continue to let go, do a gentle rock of the head side to side. And then you can relax the head. Great. Now continue to rest here. We'll take 5 minutes, just opening up in through the lower abdominals. This does help to release and lengthen the tailbone down. And you're also quite welcome to have a tilt of the pelvis. So just to show you the difference, when the knees come up a little bit higher, and when you tuck your tailbone down to flatten, you will create a little bit of intra-abdominal pressure here. So what I'm saying is if you press the lower abdominals down and you actively keep that pressure as you breathe in and out, you will create a little bit more tension on the inner thighs, and that will create a bit more stretch right into the groins, right at the top there. So that might be a good thing to do. And you could do that, and then you could release again and let the belly rise, just to get that inner thigh deepening stretch. Very subtle. And then either again, pressing down, flattening the low back, or just stay in your relaxed position. Good, and do feel the belly rise on the inhale and sink on the exhale. And notice if your front body can open any more and soften back more. Even just letting the knees splay out a bit more. Good, and staying for 2 more minutes, completely releasing. Feel the forehead smooth and the scalp relaxed, the muscles of the eyes letting go. And feel the distance from the tailbone right to the backs of the shoulder blades, long and released. And taking another minute to let go. Feeling the belly rise on the inhale and sinking on your exhale. And check in and notice if there's any part of your body you can let go of even more. Are the shoulders back, and is the neck free and long? Is the jaw relaxed? And then we'll change position by taking the legs right over the bolster, and let your heels come down and let your feet simply roll out. Yeah. Take the arms up overhead and stretch through the fingertips. Now we're going to take the left hand under, and this will be quite a press. So you're going to turn the hands under with the heel coming right to the heel, I think of the heel of the hand pressing down. So you're going to take your elbow right to the ceiling, and then you're going to press the elbow up So you'll use this right hand to press the elbow away. And then you're going to squeeze and knead this area under. So just imagine you're squeezing right through that whole line at the back of the tricep. This is a really nice area to massage. So you're squeezing and kneading. That wrist is way under. And then you'll take your hand right to the middle line of the back of the arm and then press that elbow away. So you're going to get a little stretch right in through the rib cage. And as you do, to keep your breath nice and deep, the elbow way out. And then you're going to release that hand slowly and come on all the way up. And then you can shake out the hand. And come on into wrist circles. And then the other direction. And then once again, shake out. And release the arm. And as you let go, feel the difference in the two arms. Feel the increased life force in that left hand, elbow, shoulder. And take another minute to completely let go. And then once again, bringing your awareness back, we'll now take the right hand under and get that hand way under the shoulder blade. I sometimes like to do that coaxing of the fingers under and pressing the elbow to the ceiling. Start the kneading, come right from the back of the arm in the armpit area all the way up, traveling, squeezing all the way to the elbow. And this arm position is a really great preparation for when you do the wheel pose, when you do the bridge and you lift the hips. This really helps to stretch that line right under the arm, but also right in the shoulder. And you keep that elbow pressing away. Good, stay with your breathing. And then when your hand just in the middle of the back of the arm, press that elbow away. Your right shoulder blade will lift off the floor as you press that diagonally away as much as you can, squeezing the back of the arm. Nice deep breath. And then you can take that arm in the air and come on right into the wrist circles. Coming around and other direction. And then you can shake out that hand. Really loose. And now you can let your arm go and just let your whole body release into the floor for a moment again. Feel the back of the body release into the floor. And just notice if there's any part of your body at all that you can let go of a little more. Great. And then on your next breath, just bending the knees, and we'll take the legs over to your left side. And as you roll to that side, gently push up. And we'll take the bolster on your mat that you're coming nice and long. So I'll have you take the bolster pretty much to the top of your mat. And then you can take the tailbone right to the end of the bolster. Have your tailbone down. And then as you come back, just open the chest, open the rib cage. Let your arms rest back and just let your shoulders go. So do feel the rib cage opening. If you wish to increase the stretch, you can take the soles of the feet together and then let the knees splay out. This is a really good one to do for all the time that we're spending, probably most of us anyways, on the computer. And you can really get your shoulder blades under and open. And I've noticed that because I'm needing to spend so much time on the computer, I've actually started to lift it up in the air. So when I need to read scientific documents for a long period of time or something, I'm doing this just to get that counter stretch, which we'll do next. And anything that you can do anytime during the day, just press the elbows back, lift up through the chin to open up in through the thalamus, right in here to get the head back. And that is going to help to keep more mobility in there. And of course, you're gonna hear a lot of crunching. It's really normal in the cervical area because you're so close to the eardrums. And it's also the freest area of your spine, of course. So there will be a lot of action in there. So it's really normal to hear lots of sound. Now, as you have the arms out, find a best position that feels like you can really let go. And the higher up you bring your arms, of course, the more you'll open the front shoulders. Do let the elbows drop back in either positions and keep on breathing in and out through the nose. Letting go. Feeling the chest expand on the inhale to open the front shoulders. When you exhale, feel your lower back sink. And then if your arms are up high, as I have them here, then take the arms down so they're just even with just below the shoulders, and let the elbows bend again and let go. And then you can take the hands just behind the head, interlace the fingers, and then you can tuck your chin, looking down, and breathe in and out through the nose. One more breath. And then you can slowly, keeping the chin tucked, lower the upper back, lower the neck, keep the chin tucked until the last breath, until you're all the way down. And we're going to do that again. So begin first of all by pressing the elbows back to open the chest. Take an in-breath to expand. And then you can exhale, tuck the chin, pull the head in, and you'll feel more compression in through your low back as you breathe. And keep that chin tucked. Come on up as high as you can. So you don't need to use your core. We're not attempting to get off the bolster at the bottom, just the upper back, just the mid back. Take in one more breath with that wonderful tuck of the chin. And then on your next exhale, slowly lower. And once you're down, relax the arms alongside the bolster, right alongside. And completely let go again. Completely letting go. And then on your next in-breath, gently draw the knees together. You might take your hands on the outsides of your legs to draw them in. Now the feet just naturally apart, and press into the feet and peel the tailbone out. Send the knees away and come right into a tabletop position. Have your bum come right to the height of the belly button, pressing into the feet. And then really scooch the tailbone out further if you can. You'll put more pressure into the feet once again. The head is resting back. And then from your mid-back, start to lower down. Release the tailbone all the way down slowly to the floor, a little micro until you come all the way to the bottom. Great. And then we'll do that again. Press into the feet, peel the tailbone out. Keep pressing on all four corners of the feet. Keep sending the knees away. Long tailbone out, lengthened breath. And then keeping the tailbone lifted and tilted up, start to lower down, but keep the tailbone reaching out as much as you can. This is very much like doing that half a giggle, that little that you keep the lower core really drawing in so the tailbone can tilt out until you come all the way back down. And then once again, let go. And then on your next in-breath, take the arms overhead and reach with the fingertips. Take the hands onto the back of the bolster. The elbows will bend to the outside. Take in a deep breath to expand the ribs. Elbows fall back. And do a nice deep breath a few times, keeping the elbows opening. Stay with your breathing. Breath. And take in 3 more deep breaths. If it's a little much through the shoulders, please take the arms right out to the side. Let the elbows bend and the palms rest back completely. Otherwise, you can keep the arms overhead. Stay with your breath. Open the ribs. The tailbone is heavy and dropped. Really draw the breath into the back of the nostrils to expand the lungs and the ribs. Good, and one more breath. Excellent. And then you can let the arms come back down to the sides. The elbows are going to bend to the outside, and then you let the forearms rest back. So you've got a little bit more of an opening in through your chest. The weight of the tailbone dropped. And then extend your legs straight out. Let your feet roll out and feel the weight of the tailbone. Take in 2 deep breaths. Really expand. Good. And then gently take the arms down just alongside the body and still having the shoulders resting back. So you've got that nice opening in through the rib cage. Now we'll do just a small pelvic tilt, but the legs are straight. So you're going to point your toes, press into the heels and peel the tailbone up off the floor. Press the shoulder blades back into the bolster and feel the activation of the shins and the heels into the floor as the tailbone tilts out. Now, if you can, keep your legs like this and keep pulling in through the rib cage with that expanded chest so that you're going to draw the breath into different areas of the rib cage. This pulled in area of the rib cage will help to bring the breath into your back with the legs active. And if you can see, my tailbone is off the floor. And I know the light is changing. If you can just keep the legs active and keep the ribs pulled in to draw that breath into your low back and stay with your in and out breath. This is an incredible strengthening in through the low back with the tailbone off the floor, and the legs are pressing down like fly swatters in a gentle yoga kind of way. That real activation of your shins, and then you can slowly lower down. And that was a really good squeeze in through the tailbone. Now, just rest the arms to the side, the elbows are bent, chest is open. And then on your next in-breath, you can bend the knees and take the feet just flat onto the floor, and the tailbone is dropped. Now for the next minute, with your own rhythm, lift the tailbone up just as high as you wish, because this is going to give a massage right into the tailbone area, and then lower down. And that's it. You're just going to lift, press into the feet, sand the tailbone out, and come down. Keep on staying with your breathing. It's nice to do the exhale as you draw the bum up, and then inhale as you lower. That's the main exertion, is the lift. Do keep the breath streaming in and out though. And 2 more breaths to finish. And then you can gently release the tailbone all the way down. Lovely. Now we're going to gently roll to your right side and lie in fetal position on that side, and just take your hand under for a pillow. Take your top left leg forward and let yourself lie just for a moment in this nice soft fetal position, letting that top hip let go. Feel your body release. And take another 2 deep breaths here. And then on your next in-breath, gently push up. Take the underside hand under, pushing all the way up to seated. Now you can take your bolster and we'll come right in the other position, bringing the bolster right across so it's coming underneath your knees. And from here, come on, right down into your Shavasana. And draw your shoulder blades under. Rest the arms to the side. Let your legs go over the bolster and completely release. Let the fingers be relaxed and soft and naturally curled up to the ceiling. And as I leave you in silence, just feel how the whole front body can soften back and the body feels supported by the floor. Good, and as you continue to let go, once again, just check in, see if there's any part of your body that could soften or let go anymore. Continue to let back, letting everything go. The belly rising on your inhale and sinking on your exhale. And take another minute to breathe and release. And then on your next in-breath, take a deeper breath. Completely exhale. And again, a nice deep breath. And completely exhale. Now take the hands right up overhead and open the arms like a V and reach out through the fingers and stretch. Now pull the toes back and reach out through the heels. Get nice and long, right through the backs of the legs. Shoulder blades are under. Keep everything lengthening and reaching. And then you can gently let the arms rest to the side. Now, once again, let your head roll from side to side. And then you can draw back to your center. Now take the knees and take the feet right to the top of the bolster. Take the feet to the outside edges of the bolster and do a small lift of the bum, pressing the feet into the bolster and come up as high as you wish. This is a little bit like finishing with an inversion. Anytime that you have the hips higher than the neck, the carotid artery, then you cause actually quite a strengthening in the body of the relaxation response. It's really fascinating. When you do this kind of movements, I'll just show you all the way, so to speak, you cause quite an opening of the shoulders. If you can see, the arms can come way under. That's what's so brilliant about shoulder stand and bridge, is that you really open the chest by getting the tailbone far away. And then with the bolster, whew, you're laughing. You get way, way up with the pubic bone. And then just see with a gentle roll, if you can move a little bit, just to get into the little crevices underneath the shoulder blades. The chin will end up being tucked a bit, of course. And again, that'll give length in through the back of the neck. And then it can center and now slowly lower. I like to tilt the tailbone up as I lower so you can let your upper back down first and then come all the way down. And then just release the tailbone down. And then you can gently roll over to your right side. And take that right hand under once again for a pillow. Take a moment to settle and let your body release. And then you can gently draw right up to seated position. We'll take a moment to sit and settle. Just feel the spine tall again. And you can let your arms just rest to the side. The shoulders are dropped back as you get that lift in the rib cage. And then we'll bring our hands together and bow in namaste. Namaste. Lovely. Okay, have a wonderful rest of the day, you guys. I'm here if you have any needs. And